Bobby King and our Media here, and in this video, I am going to talk about why Caine in the Amazing Digital Circus is more than just an Am clone, and why that matters. Now, now, as I'm sure many of you are aware, the Glitch Productions um, original online animated series from Ghostworks, The Amazing Digital Circus, is strongly inspired by um, old computer and Nintendo 64, GameCube games such as Deltarune, as well as um, the Harlan Ellison short story and video game slash computer game I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream by Harlan Ellison. Now, Am and Caine are similar in that they are both AI who re- who reflect human emotions and have somewhat of an AI equivalent of dissociative personality disorder. However, aside from that, Am and Caine are only superficially similar. For instance, Am hates humans, tortures them deliberately, and and any adventures that Am may have the humans go on is simply to make their suffering worse because Am hates them so much. And why does Am hate humans so much? Because Am envies the fact that humans are able to get a catharsis from their cogito ergo sum that Am, due to his programmed limitations, cannot relate to, right? So Am envies humans for their freedom of movement. I I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream refers to both Am and the main character, who is subjected to a similar condition as Am. Caine, on the other hand, doesn't hate humans. Rather, he is fascinated by human beings and their ability to create worlds and experiences and adventures, and Caine is constantly coming up with adventures in an attempt to gain the approval of his human guests and creators in the circus. So Caine and Am, although um, although they're superficially very similar, um, their attitude towards humans is almost the inverse of each other. Furthermore, Am was made for warfare and torture and does not concern itself with thinking outside of those very shallow parameters that it was programmed for. Whereas Caine was created to be a creative AI and is extremely insecure about his human guests approving of all the adventures he comes up with for them to partake in, right? Furthermore, Caine actually grows and recognizes that that absorbing the other AI and torturing his human guest was wrong, and once he releases the other AI, stabilizing his artificial core, um, his god complex, insanity, and bipolar traits go away, which obviously Am would never even consider giving up what little power Am has. Bobby, aka Anarcha Media, Liberty, Equality, Fraternity, goodbye.